What's up everybody, Ferg here from Fergolicious. We are here at KC Grilling Company in Olathe, Kansas, and I am super excited to share with you my newest product, the SmokeShow. This is a butter pecan blend and works fantastically on pork, chicken, ribs, turkey, you name it. It's got great color, great flavor. And what we're gonna do today is we're gonna slam it on some of this awesome Prairie Fresh USA Prime pork belly, otherwise known as bacon. We're gonna hit it up, we're gonna put it on our smoker and make some awesome pork belly burn-ins today. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do with this pork belly, we actually have a half of a whole pork belly here just to kind of slim it down a little bit. And the most important thing that I wanna talk about before we kind of slice into this is a lot of people will go ahead and cube them up into burn-ins from the very get-go. I don't do that. And what I have found is when you cut these into strips, you're gonna get a much better burn-in at the end. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut these into about 1-inch strips all the way through. And what I do is I just kind of go ahead and make my lines right here. And get my guide, and now I'm gonna come back through and I'm gonna finish this off. And I'm gonna kind of hold these pieces down, and trim them out just like that. And as you can see that bacon. You can see that bacon on the edges. And we're gonna cook them in strips just like this. So now that we've got them stripped up, now we're gonna season them. And we're just gonna kind of spritz this just a little bit and kind of rub that in. It's gonna kind of be our rub applicator. And then we're gonna come in first, we're gonna make this a sweet and spicy recipe. So we're gonna come in with our Fergolicious Red Hot first, and we're gonna do a pretty good dose of this. And we're gonna come across the tops, just like that. We're gonna kind of pat that in, and then we're just gonna basically turn these over. And these pork bellies are available right here at KC Grilling Company, along with the rubs. Look at that bacon. So awesome, man. Make sure we get the ends. And this Red Hot, it's a honey habanero rub, so we get a nice little sweet front and then a nice little kick on the back end, which is gonna pair perfectly for this end product. All right, we're finishing up this one with the Red Hot. All right, after we do the Red Hot, now we're gonna come in with the closer, with the SmokeShow. This is gonna be that butter pecan blend. This is gonna help with that color even more, and it's gonna offset it with some sweetness. It's important to kind of cover every part of this you can. So we're getting that bark, we're getting that color, we're getting that flavor. When you cook them in strips like this too, it's gonna make your cook a little faster. It's gonna, you're gonna get more smoke around the whole thing rather than you cook the whole belly itself. If you cook the whole belly itself, it's gonna get so tender at the end that it might be hard to pick up out of your smoker. So what we're gonna do here is, I always start these on the cooker fat cap up like this, okay? So I'm gonna put them on the pit just like this, and we're gonna cook them until that fat cap, you start to see it rendering, it's starting to get a nice color, and then we're gonna let these cook for about 2.5, 3 hours in the smoke, and then once we get that color on, then we're gonna wrap them. So we'll see when we come back and wrap. So our pork belly strips have been on our smoker at 275 degrees for about 3 hours, and we've got some fantastic color, as you can see, looking really nice, and starting to get some pliability in there. So we've got some butter. We're just gonna put 1 stick of butter in there, and this is all gonna help with tenderness, flavor, and it's gonna develop a little bit of an au jus in there a little bit. We're gonna come in with some C&H brown sugar. Not a lot, because I don't want it to caramelize and get kind of hard, if you will, and that kind of burns a little bit. So I'm just doing just a tad. We're gonna come in with a little bit of honey, not a whole lot, just a little bit. We're gonna come in with some Loose Hog Tennessee Red. Pairs great with pork all the time. And then we're gonna add just a little bit more of our Red Hot. Then we're gonna spritz some apple juice in there. Then we're gonna put a lid on this, put this back on the smoker for about another hour until they really start to get really tender. And then we're gonna come in and cube them, put them back in there, finish them off, and we'll be ready to eat. Okay, so our pork belly is temping out now. We're gonna take these out of the wrap, and I'm gonna kind of show you, you can kind of see that pliability, really nice and soft. And we've got this nice au jus in here. And now what we're gonna do, we're gonna put these side by side. And now we're gonna cut these into our cubes. The key here is you don't wanna make these super big, but you want to make them about bite size. And you can kind of see that tenderness, how easy the knife's going through there. We're gonna take these and we're just gonna put them back in the pan. But now we want to get flavor all the way around this burnt end. We're gonna come in with a little blue sog raspberry chipotle just to give it a little more glaze over the top. Put a lid on this, put this back on the pit, let them stew in there a little bit more and we'll be ready to go. All right, so our pork belly burnt ends are done. We glazed them, we put them back on the pit to set that sauce, get a little bit more tender, and these things are looking fantastic. Oh my God. Look how gorgeous that looks. Get some really nice ones here. The tenderness feels spot on. And then we're just gonna hit them one last time with just a little bit of our SmokeShow. Just for one last blast. Oh, there we go. We'll give this guy a little taste test. Ma'am, I'm gonna tell you right now. Bacon, awesome. You can get all these products, the Prairie Fresh Pork Belly, Fergolicious products, the sauces, all right here at KC Grilling Company. I also want to give a huge shout out to my sponsor Prairie Fresh for making killer, world-class, elite pork products that we do carry here at KC Grilling Company, and for helping me win this world title, baby. Happy cooking.